Shamanic Journey, Meeting Your First Spirit Guide by Aion Farvahar. Shamanism is a path of knowledge, not of faith. To acquire that knowledge, it is necessary to step through the shaman's doorway and acquire empirical evidence. Michael Harner. Hi, this is Aion Farvahar. I'm glad you're here. This channel is about self-realization and honoring our life purpose and meaning. If you're interested in these topics, please subscribe to stay connected. Your support is the foundation of this channel and encourages me to create more content in the future. For more information about myself and my life mentoring practice, please find my bio link in the description below. Also, for more information about the artists behind the expressive images I use here, please see the description below. Today, we want to try a guided shamanic meditation together. This meditation is introductory and is only meant to give you a glimpse of shamanic journeying as a form of interactive meditation. This shamanic meditation is an opportunity to become more centered and even meet your first spirit guide. If you're already familiar with spirit guides and shamanic journeying process, you can jump directly to the start of the meditation using the links provided in the description below. But if you're interested to know more, you may find my introduction here useful. To learn more about the concepts like spirit guides or shamanic world, you can check out some of my earlier presentations linked in the description below. Before we start, I would like to share some background related to shamanic journey and how it is different from conventional meditation. This way you can appreciate the purpose of our journey today and make an informed decision whether this type of meditation could be of interest or beneficial to you. Shamanic journey versus conventional meditation. If you have done meditations before, you probably know that most conventional meditations are designed to unplug our mind from our mundane thoughts and feelings to achieve a state of mindfulness, peace, or calmness. Shamanic journey is different. In shamanic journeys, the goal is not just to unplug our mind from our mundane thoughts and feelings, but rather turning our attentions inward toward our inner world. The world that is not as accessible to our conscious mind. So our goal here is not to disconnect or shut down, but rather awaken, observe, and engage with the unconscious inner world within us. In a way, we can think of shamanic journey as a self-guided expedition into inner dimensions of our being in search of insights and higher self-awareness. But why should we even care about knowing our inner world? Most of our decisions in life are not made through rational thinking, but rather through our emotional impulses coming from somewhere deeper within us. Depth psychology of C.G. Jung confirms this by acknowledging the presence of an unconscious inner world within our psyche. So to truly understand ourselves, we need to access and become familiar with our inner world. Today, we rely on psychological techniques to explore ourselves. But centuries before the invention of psychology, our greater ancestors relied on shamanic journeys and ceremonies to explore their inner world and gain wisdom about themselves. More about shamanic journeying. With this basic background, let us focus on our today's shamanic journey. As mentioned, this meditation is introductory and designed with two purposes in mind. First is to help you experience a meditative visualization journey away from all your familiar thoughts or feelings. This by itself enables you to spend some time alone and experience yourself. Second purpose is to give you an opportunity to meet and interact with one of your inner guides. Before we start, I want to share a very important but commonly overlooked tip about doing shamanic journeys properly. Shamanic world is an imaginal world where spirits can be sensed intuitively or visualized as images in their imaginal forms. The term imaginal here does not mean imaginary, but rather existing in images. As we human exist as corporeal bodies in the material world, everything in the imaginal world exists as an image, maybe in animal form, a human or angelic figure, or a symbol, and so on. When we do shamanic journeys, we should not imagine what we encounter, but rather use imagination as an organ of perception to feel or engage with the imaginal forms or animals who appear in the journey as they wish. So when you journey, try to refrain from wishful fantasies or imagining a spirit animal you wish you had, and instead let the imaginal form of your guide appear to you on its own and in the form your guide chooses to appear. The journey I use here was taught to me by my shamanic teacher, Dr. C. Michael Smith. It helped me personally to meet my first spirit guide. The journey takes you through a forest and then to the opening of a cave, where you have the chance to meet your first spirit guide coming out of that cave. In a way, this journey takes you to a rendezvous site, where you could meet or reunite with one of your spirit guides. Please note that spirit guides are autonomous, benevolent, spiritual beings, so they may choose not to meet you in this meditation, especially if they feel your intention is not as genuine or you're only there out of curiosity. That said, you may have to repeat this journey several times with a heartfelt intention until you finally get to meet your spirit guide. In fact, I had to do this meditation multiple times with different shamanic drums to finally be able to meet my first guide. So be prepared for this and don't be discouraged if your spirit guide does not show up today or the first couple of times you try this. This is normal and simply means that you may need to work more on sincerity of your intention. Now let's prepare for the journey. If you're at home and comfortable, consider smudging the room you're in by your favorite scent or aromatic candle. This could be a statement of your respect for this meditation. Because I guide you in this meditation, the background drumming is lower and subtle. Once you become familiar with this journey and its steps, I would recommend repeating it unguided with a louder shamanic drum beats or using a high-quality headphone. The drumming plays a critical role in shamanic journeys because it helps you turn your consciousness inward. I have provided the links to some shamanic drumming in the description below. I hope this meditation would be the beginning of your intimate and heart-open connection to your inner world and spirit guides. Keep in mind that we start the journey with a few solo drum beats. Toward the end of the journey, the drum beats speed up to guide you to make your way back to here and now. Start of meditation. Sit or lay down somewhere you feel most comfortable and cozy. Take a few deep breaths to feel the air entering your lungs, filling your body with its nourishing oxygen. It is best to close your eyes so you can descend to a state of calmness and presence inside you and away from the world outside. As you're focusing inside, ask your feelings and thoughts to separate from you, to give you some space, so you can be fully present for this meditation. You can get back to them later, but now is your personal time, a time when there is nothing for you to do beside being present here and now. As you're creating this space inside you, gather some light and positive energy on top of your head and direct it down to your entire body to start your meditation shortly. Imagine yourself standing in the middle of a plain field covered with green, fresh grass. The field is silent, allowing you to hear the calming sound of a breeze passing through the grasses around you. Check to see if you can feel this breeze on your skin and face. As you look around, experiencing this moment of peace and calmness, notice a narrow road in the field you are standing on. The narrow road seems to be leading out of the field, inviting you to follow its path to wherever it leads. Accept this invitation and follow its path. Continue your journey along the narrow road until you reach the edge of a forest. The narrow road does not end there and seems to be continuing into the forest. The forest is green and inviting, and the road you're in is calling you to continue in its path. Continue your journey into this now forest road. As you go deeper, notice the aromatic smell of moisture and fresh flowers in both sides of the road. It seems that all vegetations are recently watered by rain. If you feel comfortable, remove your shoes. so you can feel the soft, silky soil of the road you're walking on. As you continue your journey, notice the sounds of trees in the wind, various birds singing, and small animals playing in the distance. Enjoy your sensory connection to the alive and healing spirit of the nature and small animals playing all around you. As you enjoy your journey through this forest, notice a fork on the road that emerges in distance. There is an old but beautiful tree in between fork roads in front of you, like a sign that signifies a decision point of which way to go. The left road looks more open and inviting, even seems to be leading out of the forest to a mountain in far distance. Take the left road and continue your journey. As it appeared from the distance, this road seems to be leading you out of the forest and into the edge of a mountain. Follow the road to leave the forest. You're now in the edge of the mountain and notice a cave entrance carved deeply into the mountain. There is also a bonfire in front of the cave's entrance. It seems as someone was expecting you to be there, as if this is a rendezvous place for you both. The cave and the fire are mysterious, but warm and inviting. Welcome that invitation and proceed to the fire. greet the fire and make an offering by adding some fresh logs to it to announce your arrival. You can choose to hold a staff to signify your presence next to the fire and the cave. The entrance of the cave is dark, but the light of the fire throws rays of light and shadows on its walls, keeping your attention focused on the cave entrance. As you're standing there, take a moment to notice why you are there in the first place. It appears that all signs in the road of your journey so far have led you here because you're destined to meet someone here, a friend, a life companion, or a spirit guide of your destiny. You have come to this imaginal rendezvous place because your heart knows it may be time for you to explore the spiritual world at a much deeper level. It may be time to finally meet your guides who have always been there for you, but up to this point did not see you ready to meet them. But today could be the day you meet one of your guides who is ready for you. Now focus on the entrance of the cave, as if you're anticipating an imaginal guide or a spirit animal to come out of this cave to meet you. If it helps, get closer to the entrance, or even lean closer to the ground to show your anticipation for this meeting. As you're focusing on the entrance of the cave, call on to your spirit guide to come out and join you. For example, you could say something like, "My dear guide, my life companion, I am here for you. I have traveled a long way to be here today, only to meet you. I have lived my life without you by my side to this point. But that will be no more, because I'm here today to meet and unite with you, a union that is meant to be for you and me." When addressing your guide, try to speak from your heart and in your own words, as if you really feel and mean what you want your guide to hear. As you're calling on to your guide and sharing your desire to meet it, sit by the fire and watch the entrance of the cave in anticipation of your guide to show up. If your guide is ready to come out and meet you there, it may present itself as a spirit animal, a human or angelic figure, or an imaginal symbol or form. If your guide is not ready to come out and join you today, spend some time next to the fire and let it know you're open to come back here again and again until it's ready to come out and meet you. This shows your genuine intention and desire to meet your guide. If your guide decides to come out, be thankful and tell it how you feel about meeting it. Be curious and have a heartfelt conversation with it. If this is one of your guides, you should feel comfortable and at ease with it. To confirm, you can ask, "Are you my guide? Are you open and willing to help me in this life?" Wait to receive its answer intuitively. If the answer is yes, ask for its name and wait for the answer to come to you intuitively. Expect any name, even if unfamiliar. If a name is given, repeat it back to your guide to confirm the name. Thank your guide for being here with you today and ask, "What are you to me? What purpose are you willing to serve in my life?" Wait for the answer to come to you intuitively. If you both are open and comfortable, switch places and look at yourself from your guide's perspective to know how your guide sees you. Also, if you feel comfortable, you both can get closer and even merge with each other's energy. If you both wish, you could go to the side of the mountain and sit together by the sea and get used to each other's company. Before saying goodbye, make sure to let your guide know you are grateful of it showing up today to keep you company. Ask your guide to give you a gift so you can remember it when it's not around. Make sure to mention that you will come back to meet again. Also, make sure you remember your guide's name and the gift it gave you. In case your guide did not show up while you were in front of the cave, send your goodbyes toward the cave and say you come back here again, hoping to finally meet your guide. When you're done, start walking back to the forest on the path you took, returning back to the open field where you started your journey today. When you're ready, make your way back to here and now. End of meditation. Take a deep breath, and when comfortable, open your eyes. But before coming back to the outside world, make a mental note of any image, feeling, or thought that you notice inside during this meditative shamanic journey. Consider writing a few lines as journal entry, and if you happen to meet your guide, noting its name and the gift it gave you. You can also capture any insights you might have discovered during the experience. Even if you did not encounter any of your spirit guides, it is always good to reflect on any symbol, image, or sign you noticed or felt during your journey. Journaling your shamanic journeys are very important because you're accessing your unconscious inner world, and you should capture your experiences on paper in order to remember them and refer to them later. If you have found this shamanic meditation useful, please like and share it with your like-minded friends. Please subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts and comments. For more information about myself and my life mentoring practice, please find my bio link in the description below. Blessings.